Edward M. Hallowell and John J. Ratey's ADHD 2.0, New Science and Essential Strategies for Thriving with Distraction, From Childhood Through Adulthood, 2021, is a compassionate and practical guide to understanding attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in the modern age. Building on decades of clinical experience and research, the authors reframe ADHD not as a deficit, but as a different way of thinking, one that comes with challenges, but also unique strengths. Their central thesis is clear. ADHD is not a disorder to be fixed, but a trait to be understood, managed, and harnessed for thriving. Hallowell and Ratey's narrative style is empathetic, hopeful, and deeply practical. They blend neuroscience with real-life stories, creating a tone that is both scientific and encouraging. The atmosphere of the book is supportive, offering readers strategies to embrace ADHD as part of their identity rather than a limitation. The first major theme of the book is New Science of ADHD. The authors explain how advances in brain imaging and neuroscience reveal ADHD as a difference in brain wiring, not simply a deficit. From here, they introduce strengths and creativity. They emphasize that ADHD often comes with heightened creativity, energy, and problem-solving abilities. Another cornerstone of the narrative is strategies for thriving. The book offers practical tools for managing distraction, building routines, and leveraging strengths. The climax of ADHD 2.0 builds around connection and relationships. Hallowell and Ratey argue that strong relationships and supportive communities are essential for individuals with ADHD to flourish. They insist that with compassion, strategies, and connection, individuals with ADHD can thrive in every stage of life. The authors begin by reframing ADHD as a trait rather than a disorder. They explain that ADHD brains are wired differently, often craving stimulation and novelty. This wiring can lead to distraction and impulsivity, but also to creativity and innovation. The new science of ADHD theme is central. Hallowell and Ratey highlight advances in neuroscience that show ADHD as a difference in brain networks. They emphasize that ADHD is not simply about deficits, but about unique wiring that requires understanding. The strengths and creativity section adds depth. The authors emphasize that ADHD often comes with heightened creativity, energy, and problem-solving abilities. They portray ADHD as a trait that, when harnessed, can lead to extraordinary achievements. The strategies for thriving narrative is practical. Hallowell and Ratey provide tools for managing distraction, building routines, and leveraging strengths. They emphasize the importance of exercise, mindfulness, and structure in daily life. The climax builds around connection and relationships. The authors argue that strong relationships and supportive communities are essential for individuals with ADHD to flourish. They emphasize that connection is the antidote to the isolation and frustration often associated with ADHD. The resolution affirms their belief that ADHD is not a life sentence of struggle, but a pathway to unique success. Hallowell and Ratey insist that with compassion, strategies, and connection, individuals with ADHD can thrive in every stage of life. Thematically, ADHD 2.0 explores science, creativity, strategies, and connection. The authors emphasize that ADHD is not about limitation, but about possibility. For modern readers, the book offers both challenge and hope. It confronts stigma while celebrating the strengths of ADHD. Hallowell and Ratey's message is clear. ADHD is a trait that, when understood and embraced, can lead to thriving. At its core, ADHD 2.0 is about reframing ADHD as a source of strength. The authors insist that by embracing strategies and connection, individuals with ADHD can live fulfilling, successful lives. Their book is both manual and manifesto, making it essential reading for anyone navigating